Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is The Valley Exchange, a podcast about selling on eBay. And this is episode 7. What's going on in store this week, Ashley?
Well, we've had a really awesome week in sales.
It's been pretty great.
It's been really good. So my goal is to have, on your 7-day total on the eBay Seller Hub, I want it to say $1,000 or more. Like, that is my ultimate. That makes me happy. And right now we are over $1,200.
Have we had this before, or is this the first time?
I think we have like once or twice, but never like this. Like, consistently, we've been over $1,000 for, I think, almost a week.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Like, Kevin's been really happy.
I have. I mean, our daily average has gone up from around $80 to $90 to $200.
100 to 200.
100 to 200.
It depends. Yeah. Like today we are 130.
Yeah.
Yesterday I think we had a 220.
Mm-hmm.
The other day we had a 250. So it's just been really good. It is the beginning of the month.
That's true.
So that's always a boost for us. I mean, people have their paychecks. They just got paid. I feel like we talked about this at the beginning of a month before, but it's been really good.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it will continue throughout the rest of the month, and then we'll see it, at the end, too. But
yeah, definitely.
We'll just have to see how it's going at that point in time.
Yeah, we've been listing kind of, like, more expensive things. So that's been cool. Like, hard goods, we've been selling a lot of those. Shoes, things like that. So it's just been really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's been what we want, really.
Yeah, definitely.
As we said, every month we want to grow.
Yeah.
And we're growing again.
And we did that last month.
And we did that last month, too.
Bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, as long as we're growing every single month, we set goals about how fast we want to grow. And that's actually the next thing we want to talk about, is that we got a personal goal.
Yeah. So we decided we needed to sit down. Okay, this was hard for us because we're kind of procrastinators. We put things off. I don't know, don't we?
Yeah, we do a lot.
Kevin's like, we need to talk about our life goals. And I was like, oh gosh. Okay, we've been putting this off for a while.
Yeah.
And, like, what are we doing? What are we doing with our eBay business? What are we doing with our life?
Like, where is it going?
Yeah.
Because if you don't set a goal for yourself, you're just kind of drifting.
Yeah. Like, we're not, like, saving a lot right now. We're not, like, saving money for something in particular. We're not, like, I mean, we're going on a vacation, but...
Well, that's nice. Yeah.
And we've almost paid for it. Like, all of it.
We're
so that's
done.
Been great.
Yeah.
But... So we decided to set a goal. We want to buy a house, hopefully next year. We'll see kind of what happens. So our goal every week, I want to make $275 more each week.
Yeah.
And that's profit.
Yes,
so,
very important there.
Yeah. For us to be able to save for a down payment for a house, that's what we want to do. So that's a big goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bit more.
That's a lot of money.
But it's doable.
It is doable.
As long as I work hard.
Yeah. And that kind of helps too. By setting the goal, we have an expectation of what we want, and that helps us motivate ourselves.
Yeah. And we said every week we want to be able to see in our PayPal that amount.
Yeah. And then we can just
Plus
transfer it over to our
what we
savings, and it'll be there.
Yep. And we don't want to take it out.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't have to.
That's the dream.
That's the hard part. Yeah.
Not taking it out.
We like things sometimes. Yeah. So it's hard.
You always say I'm the one who likes things. But...
Yeah. But I honestly think sitting down and, like, writing it out, I mean, we're not done yet because we got tired, but, like, writing out what we want to accomplish in the next few years or year is a big deal.
It really helps because, you lay out your plan, and as long as you have something you're working towards, you feel better and you feel more motivated because you're like, if I just get this extra bit done, I've hit my goal and I'm on track to what I want.
Right. And, like, even Kevin today, like, called and refinanced our car and saved us, like, a bunch of money a month.
Yeah. It was like $70 every single month just by picking up the phone. So that was great.
And we've been putting that off for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's great because, like, now we can take that and put it towards our goal, which is awesome. I mean, I feel like we're more motivated now.
Yeah. I mean, goals are important.
Especially with your own business.
Yeah. Yeah, with your own business, you need to set where you want to see yourself. They always say, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But it is true to an extent.
Is.
I mean, I think you should also do more short-term goals of, like, where am I going to be in, like, 6 months or something like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because, eBay's always changing.
We, like, set a date.
Yeah.
So we want to have this much saved by this date. And then, we'll readjust if we're not getting there or whatever, but that is our goal, and I think we can do it.
And I think that part is important too. Setting a date, saying by this time, this will happen. Because if you set a goal but you don't have any sort of timetable, it can just kind of be out there, and you'll always be like, oh, next month I'll reach my goal. But
which is what we've been doing for a year.
Yep. But it's important to say, by this time, I want to have this accomplished. And that, I think, really helps.
No, I agree. Plus, like, you start taking steps to that. I mean, we're excited about it.
Yeah.
Plus, you're on the same page. I think that's so important because we're like, we hadn't really, like, sat and talked about it. And we're like, okay, we want this by this date. And we both wanted that, which is cool because before we were both like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're doing this by yourself, I still think it's important to know for your own well-being where you want to be.
But it's also cool, I was thinking about this today, it's also cool that it is your own business and it's possible. With any other job, you're stuck making what you make.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in commissions, but that's still different.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you have the ability to make as much as you want. It just depends how much you're going to work.
It's all your own effort, which is so nice about this. Like, it's also can be a hassle as well. But if you put the work in, you are going to see the reward, which is really nice. So, I mean, if you work extra hard, get that extra little bit out, I mean, you'll receive that back. And so it's so nice that we have that control, I guess is what it goes back to. That control over our business and our lives, really.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we were just talking about that today. Like, I want to go visit my family, and, like, we're able to do that because we own our own business, and we can change our handling time for a few days, and I can leave. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I still work my full-time job, which makes it a little bit harder, but now that your schedule is the way it is, so flexible, whenever I get time off, which is, you know, can vary, we can go do a vacation or do whatever we want because it's the flexibility, it's that control.
So much nicer because before, like, we would have to do it either separate or we'd have to, like, do this big long drawn out, like, plan. Like, we'd have to both request and hope they both got approved and... Like, it was just a pain, but now it's so great. Like, we have control about how much we're making when we take time off. Like, it is our thing. It's great.
It's really nice.
I don't know. I'm just loving eBay right now. I mean, there are days where
Next
I'm like, oh,
week,
gosh.
it's going to be awful. But for now,
whatever.
We're in that happy place.
I don't know. It's great. So, okay, let's talk about our weekly and monthly and all that totals, because that's exciting.
Well, for today, as we've said, we're at about 130.
Yep.
Which is good. Decent day.
That's good.
Not quite the average of 200, which is what we're kind of wanting now. But
no, okay. We are good with $100.
We are. Okay, but I saw the money. I saw the 200, and I want it every week.
We had a couple days like that, and I think we were both like, "Oh, it's so good."
Yeah, like this will stay this way forever.
Yeah, but so for today, we're at 130, so that is great.
Good. It's really good. What's our week?
1,200. So
great.
Anything over 1,000, so good.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Awesome. We're over 1,200 at this point. So that's awesome. And our 31-day total is 4,500. It's somewhere a little bit above that, but
that's also really good.
Yeah, that's
we had a great month last month. The auctions probably helped a bit. But
this is 31 days, so it counts for part of last month.
It does count for part of last month, yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah, the auctions really bumped us up. That helped. And we met profit. Like, we are above where we wanted to be for last month.
Yep.
For our calendar month.
We met our goal last month of what we wanted profit-wise.
We exceeded our goal.
Yeah, we did. We exceeded it.
Don't just say we met it.
Okay.
We exceeded it.
Okay, we exceeded it.
By a lot.
Yep.
So, that was awesome. So, now we have to beat it this month.
Yep.
Because that's how I work. But, I mean, it's great.
Yeah. Our business is growing, and that just makes us happy.
Yeah.
I mean, there is always ups and downs, and we have had a month where we made less than the month before.
Beginning, yeah.
But I mean,
but not much.
We're seeing consistent growth, and that's just so exciting.
Yeah. At some point, I'm sure we're going to like level out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We still have the ability. I can list a lot more than I'm doing now. It's just, not what we're choosing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have days off, like I take days off. Whereas I know a lot of sellers don't really take days off.
Yeah, you take like 2 to 3 days off, I'd say, each week.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Listing.
Yeah.
But I source in other things on those days.
Normally. Sometimes.
On that other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 2 days I normally spend with you.
You do have more time that you could be putting into it if you wanted to.
Which I'm going to have to probably do now if I want to make the
extra money that we're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. So it comes out to like a little over $1,000 a month is what we want to be making to buy a house. So
for savings.
Over our
over our current goal. Yeah.
Right. So I mean that's quite a bit.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get there. What's some of the good finds of the week we've had?
Okay, so World of Warcraft mouse.
Whoa.
Okay, can I say how I found it? Okay.
Tell me how you found it.
Okay. So I was walking through a thrift store, and there's this mouse laying upside down on the floor, and it had just been, like, shoved under.
Was it dead? A dead little mouse?
It's like a mouse. Like, the computer.
A computer mouse.
Okay, don't confuse people. So it was, like, shoved under, like, under the shelving.
Yeah.
Kind of. It was, like, a little bit there.
There's that little
someone had
thing
just kicked it,
right
basically.
underneath. Yeah.
So I picked it up because, thinking me, it's worth money.
Yeah.
So I pick it up and like World of Warcraft mouse, and it has all these buttons. So I'm like, it's fancy. I'm just gonna buy it. It was like $2 or $3.
Mm-hmm.
I think $2. And I knew you were gonna freak out and want it. So
I did.
I didn't.
I really wanted it. I asked if I could keep it. She told me no.
Because when I looked it up when we got home, it was selling between $90 and $150.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's none listed. So I listed it immediately, and we sold it the next day for $120.
So great.
Didn't accept a best offer, nothing. $120.
I mean, the thing to learn from that is that you knew the brand. Again, it all goes back to brands.
Well, the only reason I know that is because I know people are, like, crazy addicted to it.
Oh, so obsessed with that. Yeah. It was the brand. It had a lot of buttons. It's a gaming mouse is what it was.
And I know you like weird stuff like that. So
yeah, and those kind of people will pay top dollar for that kind of stuff, especially the rare, hard to find stuff like what that was.
Right, because it was like a Steel Series kind, and apparently those are really limited. They didn't make very many, and they're expensive to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're already expensive, and then when it's limited edition, and you can't get one unless you buy one on eBay. Yeah. That just drives the price right up.
Right, because there's a lot of ones that are listed, and they're only like $20-$30, but this is like a limited edition one, so that was awesome, but I knew, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is money.
So always look on the ground.
Yeah, seriously. Yep. Look under. Like, if you see something, pick it up. Don't be lazy.
I think some people, they don't think about that. They just look at the top because they think that's where the good stuff is. But you got to be willing to dig to the bottom.
That is so true, though, because a lot of people just look right on the surface.
Especially when we're at, like, the bins and stuff. Like, we find good stuff buried at the bottom of the pile.
Well, that's where the good stuff is.
Yeah, it's because nobody is taking the effort to get down there. So if you're willing to put that extra effort in, you'll see a good return for that.
Oh, definitely. And I was really excited.
Yeah, I was too. I'm still a little sad. There may be tears that I couldn't keep it, but
it had too many buttons for you, though.
It did. It would have confused me.
Yeah, it had like 12 buttons or something.
It was cool though.
Weird.
I kind of wanted it.
Okay. Well, you can buy the cheap $20 or $30.
Okay.
I mean, we made a good profit off that, so don't
see.
Complain.
Now I can take that money and go buy my own.
Oh, you can't. No.
Wait, I can't.
No.
Oh.
No, you can have this one.
All right.
Anyway, another thing I found this week was Revereware, which is the copper bottom, like, pots and pans and everything. It was a Revereware coffee pot, like a percolator. Mm-hmm. So it's super old, vintage. And the way you know it's vintage is if it has a ring, like a circle around the logo on the bottom. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that is, like, it's worth more generally when it has the ring.
So that was cool. Just look at the bottom. If it's got the ring, money.
Right. Well, some money. They don't sell for a ton of money, but it was better than some of them. So I picked that up for, like, I think $3, I want to say. I don't know why the Goodwill doesn't mark those up. I'm glad they don't, but I feel like they should.
Let's not tell them. Keep it between you and me.
Yeah, I know.
And all our listeners out there.
Listening. Yeah. Not enough people listen that they'll hear. But anyway.
The CEO of Goodwill is listening right now, and he's like, I'm going to mark those suckers right up.
Just be quiet. Don't tell them. Anyway, so I picked that up for like $3, and we sold it in 2 days for $42 plus shipping.
Which is great.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's a good sale. So, and then just kind of a funny sale. Kevin loves these little things.
The cats.
Yeah, so
I love the cats.
They're Bentleys of London cat tins. So they're they have the pictures of the cats. But they're in, like, famous paintings. So Kevin loves the Mona Lisa one. It has a cat face.
So great. It's so great.
They're great. So they're just little tins. They're not big. We sold 2 of them this week. I bought them in, like, a big bag lot thing. They were just mixed in with a bunch of junk. And I just saw them and liked them. But I kind of thought they were going to be a waste of my time. I made an Instagram about this. I was like, rethink what you think is going to be a waste of time, because I think I've made over $100 at this point off of selling those. We sold 2 of them for $15 a piece plus shipping.
Yep.
And we've sold a bunch of other ones. I think we have a couple left, but they're not in as good shape, so I'm not sure they're going to sell.
Which goes to show that sometimes lots of stuff can be good.
They're just in those like bags, you know, that Goodwill just like throws the junk in.
Yeah. I mean, you can't always count on something good being in there, but if you get it for cheap enough...
Well, you can see through the bag.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it for cheap enough, it's sometimes worth the risk to try it out.
$2 and there were like 4 in each bag or something, so that's cheap.
Yeah.
So it was great. Anyway, so we sold those, and I'm glad that we're almost done with those because, you know, they're kind of weird. I don't know. I don't enjoy selling those. I just think it's kind of funny.
I think they're pretty cool.
You like them.
I think they're funny.
Yeah. Well, you know. Anyway.
Okay.
And then the sale of the week, really.
Sale of the week.
Wow. That was impressive.
I'm really excited about this one.
I know.
It's so great.
So we were talking about it last week. I think maybe the week before we bought the Star Wars vintage toys.
Ah, so cool. Yeah. I loved them.
Kevin wants to keep them.
I want to keep like half the things you buy.
You're very awake right now, too.
Hey, I'm just so excited.
We're doing it a little earlier than normal. Anyway, so the Star Wars box of the Death Star space station thing?
It's a Death Star playset. And it is super cool, super vintage.
Okay.
Like, one of my coworkers who's a little bit older than me, I don't know, probably 40s or 50s, something like that. He's like, I played with that when I was a kid. And that right then just made me know, like, this is good. This is gold. Like,
well, they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you... And people want to buy their old toys.
It's true.
Like,
I just bought one the other day.
See, there you go.
Remember it's a roaring flashlight? Yeah. It looks like a dinosaur?
Yeah.
I got it for our niece because I was like, this is so cool because I had it. But it's true.
You have all those good memories associated with it and you want to hang on to it. Also, it's Star Wars.
I know.
Everyone loves vintage Star Wars.
Okay, here's what I don't get. So the box is not in that great of condition. I showed a lot of pictures of it. It has like discolored tape and it has like a hole in the side, whatever. And most of the parts inside like needed to be repaired. Like they weren't complete. It wasn't all the pieces, whatever. We sold that for $150 plus like $25 shipping or something because it was big and
big box.
Bulky and I had to buy a box, which cost me for a lot, but whatever. And it sold international shipping, so global shipping program to Kentucky, and then it was going to the UK. They ended up paying a total price of $250 something. That is crazy.
The collectors, they love this stuff.
It's insane.
They're either a collector or they're someone, as I said, who played with it as a kid. Yeah.
What I was thinking, though, with the box is, do you think that they're cutting the front of it and, like, framing it or something?
See, you told me that, and I would have never thought of that. But it is such a cool design on the front.
Yeah.
Like, that's something they could totally frame.
Because the box
just add to their collection.
It's not that great.
But at least one side was decent. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not falling apart in pieces, but it was still had some holes in it now and then.
It's just weird to me. I was like, okay, I can understand, like, repairing the pieces because that's, like, fun. You get to find all the parts and, like, it's a collector's dream or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But I'm glad that they do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was thinking maybe they frame it or something. If you guys know what they're doing with it, let me know.
Let us know.
Maybe they're just putting it on a shelf. I don't know.
And, just displaying it probably. Yeah. Like, because the original boxes, what we learned, are the most rare parts.
Yeah, because people just throw them away when they get them.
Yeah,
they weren't keeping them.
Think to keep the box.
No.
But that's the most rare part of the item. So now they might have their complete set. They're like, I even got the box for my Death Star play set, and I'm gonna give it to my kids one day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But it was a great sale.
It was.
That was an exciting day. I woke up and I was like, Kevin, we sold it. Because that's the first thing I do when I wake up. I look at the eBay sales.
And I mean, from that set, we bought this whole set of Star Wars toys for about $16.
13 or 16.
13 or 16, yeah. And there's some other pieces that we've already sold and made our money back from that initial set.
We got a deal on that.
So we made a just pure profit off that. Like, it was great. Like,
it is great.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really exciting. So Star Wars sold. So we still have more to sell from that. So whatever we make, pure profit after that.
And we still got more pieces of the Star Wars set. So hopefully people
and
will
lots
be
of
picking
watchers
those up.
At this point. So that's cool.
Yeah, as I said, Star Wars is collectible.
Yeah,
people like
definitely. And I parted some of it out, so I took some of it apart. So hopefully we can get rid of it. The bigger pieces aren't as valuable, I learned, because more people have the big pieces. They want the smaller,
small ones
bits.
Get lost, hard to find, all that kind of stuff.
Or they break.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah, so it was exciting.
Well, that's
kind of a fun week.
This kind of leads us into our main topic, which is hard goods versus kind of clothes, because we're trying to get a little bit more into hard goods. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, are we?
Well, I don't know. Okay. I think we are. Like, you tell me. You're the evil mastermind of this operation.
Ooh,
so
I like that.
Yeah.
So I think I was just getting kind of bored taking pictures of clothes, and my office is full of stuff that needs to be listed, and there's a box of like hard goods and stuff. I kind of just wanted to get it listed, and then that started a bit of a, I don't know. I started sourcing hard goods, I guess. I'm trying not to source too much, but it's so hard. Like, that's one of the worst parts of, I don't know, being a reseller is trying not to source when you don't need to, because...
I mean, then our house starts filling up with stuff again, which is what we're trying to avoid.
Right.
Gotta try
which is hard.
Yeah, we gotta move out the old stuff, though. Like, we were talking about that last week, trying to get rid of all the death piles, but you don't want to buy stuff when you haven't gotten rid of the old stuff.
I know. That's like every reseller's nightmare. It's true, though. Like, it's hard not to, because it's there and you're like, oh, it's fun. And
that's one of the things about hard goods, though, is that they take up more space. Because clothes, you can fold real easy, put it in a bin, and just stack it. Whereas hard goods, I mean, you have to find a space to put it. Like that, again, that Star Wars box. Yeah. That took up space. There's
still another one sitting in a pile.
Yeah. Like, we got to find places to put it. Because we can't just throw it in a box with a bunch of other stuff and call it good.
No, and we're like set up to store clothing, and I think having the hard goods is a little bit harder.
It's kind of throwing us off a little bit, because we need like a designated area for it, like we do the clothes.
Yeah, which we're not like getting crazy into hard goods. We're still selling a lot of clothes, and I just need to get back into listing them this week. But I wanted to clear out the hard goods that we had boxes of laying around. We
had all those cool... buildings. I don't know what do you call those little...
They're collectible statues of landmarks, basically.
Yeah. And again, those are just taking up space, so we gotta hopefully try to... That's the thing about hard goods as well, is that they don't sell as quickly. Not all the time, but some of the stuff, it's a little bit more unique. You need to find the right buyer for it, so it can take a little while.
Yeah. That is true. I kind of feel like that's the same for shoes, too. Like, they're not as quick for me, because I feel like you need the right person to be looking for it in the right size.
Yeah, they got to find the right size. Yeah. That's the thing with shoes.
A little harder.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I like switching it up every now and then and kind of sourcing hard goods. I always walk through the hard goods when I go. Even when I'm just sourcing clothes, I'll walk through and see if anything catches my eye. But I, like, spent a day, like, searching hard goods, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
And you always learn new things. I think that's the fun part, is like, you're learning what's collectible, you're learning what people are looking for. Like, I learned about the Revere wear, the circle, and
I mean, with clothes, at the end of the day, they're all the same, essentially. I mean, there's different brands, different styles, but it's still just an article of clothing. Whereas with hard goods,
it's like,
it could be anything.
Definitely.
It's crazy. So
no, I totally agree. And there's like weird little collectible like cups people collect, and I love selling mugs too. Those are fun. I like packing them. It's weird.
It's, again, invokes that treasure hunt feeling where you're trying to find what's valuable in the stack of what's not valuable.
It's scary addicting.
Yeah.
I feel like if we didn't have an eBay store, it could be a problem. So we should probably keep it forever.
Yeah.
Also, you find good stuff for yourself sometimes.
That's true.
I bought, that garden in the box.
I was actually going to talk about that.
Okay. So it's like, it's made for children, but I'm a child at heart, so...
We both are, so it's okay.
I get excited about plants. I like them. So it's this really cool, it's called a Growums, like garden in a box. And it has everything you need to plant. Like, it's big, too. It's probably 3 feet long.
Yeah.
A couple feet wide. But it's basically like this big planter. It has a self-watering feature, and you plant, like, herbs in it. And everything you need for, like, a fancy pizza. So it has oregano and tomatoes. And Kevin's laughing at me right now.
Because I asked you, are we going to actually be able to grow this stuff and eat the pizza? And like, no.
I don't think it's going to grow.
Isn't that the point?
I think it's too late in the season, but I'm trying. Okay. It's in the window. Yeah. But it's the coolest thing, because it has the little videos of each step of growing for kids. I definitely watch them, though. It's fun. They're little vegetables talking to you. It's great. So I got that the other day, and, like, we got a food sealer, but I need to order a part for it. But, I mean, if we bought that new, it would cost us about $100. But we got it for $12. Yep. And I need, like, a $4 part, and it'll be brand new, So
that's the thing. I mean, even if you don't find stuff for other people, you find stuff for yourself. Yeah, for selling on eBay.
Or birthdays.
Yeah, or birthdays.
You find a lot of new stuff at Goodwill.
Yeah.
I do, at least.
We get a lot of good birthday gifts from
yeah,
there.
I should go tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, but you can find good stuff for yourself as well.
Well, yeah, or things that we actually need. Like, I got some mixing bowls the other day and stuff. So, I just love the hunt of it. I don't know. It's great.
And I think what we're saying also is that try to mix it up. Like, don't just stay in one category. I know some eBayers like to do that.
The niche thing.
Yeah, they like to either be, I'm just going to sell shoes for the rest of my life, and I'm going to know every single shoe. And
well, that's great.
That's great. If that's what you enjoy.
But it gets boring for us.
We don't enjoy that. We want to switch it up. We want something new and interesting.
But we're still doing clothes as our main thing.
Yeah, we're still doing our bread and butter, but we like to have those other avenues to just find new and interesting things, just to mix it up, to keep it interesting, all that kind of stuff.
It's fun.
I mean, you don't want to become stuck in a rut. You want something different.
Definitely, yeah. I think once we can figure out how to get through the inventory part of it, so like where we're going to store it, I think we could do some more hard goods. Yeah. I really enjoy it. I feel like our profit might be higher. Do you think our profit's higher from
I think for the most part with hard goods, we do get a better return.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Not all the time.
If I do shipping correctly.
Yeah, that is true as
well.
Because
if you do not... Okay, if you're doing free shipping, your price needs to be higher because hard goods way more, generally. And if I mess up on that, then we're losing money, basically. If you're going to charge shipping and you charge too little and your price is still too low... you're in trouble again. Yeah. So you just need to be careful with the weighing it and making sure that you're getting the right shipping cost.
Because if you get something wrong with like a sweater, like the shipping price, at the end of the day...
that's only a couple bucks.
It's only a couple bucks. But if you get it wrong on something that weighs like 5 pounds, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit different if you need to do it a certain different way or whatever.
Yeah.
So... yeah, that's hard. Like today, actually, an old listing, I had done one, I think we first started or something. It was on a pair of shoes, and I had charged for first class shipping. So that was in the listing. So I had to send it priority because it was over 16 ounces. And I had to send it priority for it to get there in time. Because you only have the 2 to 5 days for first class. Mm-hmm. So I would have had to send it FedEx, which would have been way too long. It would have been 10 days. So I had to do it priority, which lost us like $5.
Yeah.
So I messed that up.
It's okay.
I know, but I'm just saying hard goods, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, you just got to think a little bit more about them and just be a little bit more careful.
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
execution of how you do it. So. Yeah.
So we had a weird, going on to concerns and just weirdness that happened in our store. So we had a weird thing happen yesterday. Was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah. We had kind of a glitch with eBay. I need to call them tomorrow actually. But so I had someone message me about a pair of shoes. They had done a bunch of offers and I declined and whatever. It wasn't working. But they messaged me and I was like, okay, I'll take that much. So I went in and revised the pair of shoes on my mobile app. So $55. So went in, revised, done. $55. I am 100% sure it was $55.
Okay. I've only got your word on this.
No, you don't, because we have a picture.
Okay.
So I went, and they went and bought and paid for it. They only paid $50. And I went in and looked at the app, and it says $50. So I pulled it up on the computer, and my listing says sold for $55. So there's a discrepancy between the mobile app and the computer.
And even though you sent them back $55, somehow they're still able to purchase it
for
$50.
Well, no, I didn't send it back. I just listed the item for $55.
Oh, I see.
There was no offer.
So it wasn't like a counter offer thing.
No.
It's just you revised the price of the listing itself.
Correct. So there's a discrepancy between the mobile app and the computer.
Did we offer them an offer $5 less or anything like that? And then if they accepted that, it was $5 less than the new price. Okay.
No. So it's just showing I need to call them. It's really strange.
Yeah. Isn't that the second time that's happened to us in the past couple days?
There was a $1 one on something today.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's the same. I need to look at it again. We were out and about, so I didn't have time to look at it. But it seems weird to me. And I know sometimes there are problems with the mobile versus computer.
Yep.
So, I don't know. We're going to call eBay and figure it out. I just thought that was really odd.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's only $5, but still, we want that money.
I really don't want to invoice them for $5, so I'm just going to leave it. Even if they say, whatever, because it's still a good sale. It's still a $50 sale, and but our profit would have been a lot more.
Yeah,
I mean, a whole
$5.
I know, if that would happen. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna call eBay and ask.
For the most part, eBay works. I mean, I know it's not the best or the fastest system, but at least it doesn't glitch out all the time. I mean, it works pretty consistently. This is like one of the first real issues we've had with it.
Normally they'll tell you like, yeah, this was our fault, or yeah, there's a problem, or, you know, they'll take care of it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just leaving you hanging.
Yeah,
but,
which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, whatever. We'll call eBay. They'll take care of it. Either way, they'll know about it. But I just didn't have time to do it today. So.
Yeah. Well, what are our goals for upcoming week then?
So I'm going to be going to my family for a little while. I'm going to go visit them. My little sister's birthday.
Aww.
Yay. So, I'm going to take a lot of pictures before I leave so that I can do listings while I'm there.
On the go.
Well, yeah. Cool. On the app. So I'll hopefully be able to do those at night or when my family's busy. So.
Which is, again, benefit of being our own business. You know,
Definitely.
We get to control our time. So you have the ability to work away from home.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. And, I mean, I can go. So that's great. And then, yeah, I think we're just, you know, wanting to list more and make more and get our goal for buying a house.
Yeah.
I mean, eBay's going to help us do that.
We're just trying to make it work for us. I mean, it's going to be different for every single person out there.
Definitely. We always want to stress that.
Yeah.
What we do may not work for you.
Yeah. But do what you like and do it in a way that works for you. So.
And that's making you money.
Just
because you like it doesn't mean you should be doing it.
That is true. You need to find a way to make a profit. But I would say don't sell something you hate. Try to find something you enjoy and go with that.
Yeah, it would be hard to sell something you hate because every time you work with it, you're going to just be unhappy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you enjoy listing what you list, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I get tired of it, but...
That was part of the reason we got rid of our photographer and went back to you doing everything, is because you found a way to enjoy it better and buy things that you liked.
Well, and I had control of it again. I feel like we lost a lot of control by having someone else do that. Mm-hmm. Because, one, it's not the style I wanted, and it just wasn't letting me check the things we were selling, and I was worried about it all the time. So... But yeah, we were just making it work for us. And I mean, we're going to keep plugging along. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week. You can listen to us at our website at thevalleyexchange.com. We're also on Instagram and YouTube. A lot of people like us on YouTube as well. So
you can follow us all at the Valley Exchange. So you should be able to find us one way or another.
Just put the Valley Exchange into your little search bar and we will hopefully pop up.
Hopefully. If you don't, let us know.
Yeah. We'll change that.
That would be bad.
We'll talk to the Googles.
Yeah, and let us know if you have questions. You can submit them on our website or to Instagram or wherever else you can find us.
Yeah, just let us know, hey, I got this question, and we'll read it off and answer it for you.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
We'll see you next week.